Tonight on Philly Sports Spotlight, after months of off-ice agony, the Flyers and the rest of their NHL brethren back on frozen pond. And certainly did not take former Eagles coach Andy Reid long to entrench himself in Kansas City. And don't play head games when it comes to your children and sports.
To the players who were very clear they wanted to be on the ice and not negotiating labor contracts, to our partners who support the league financially and personally, and most importantly to our fans who love and have missed NHL hockey, I'm sorry. I know that an explanation or an apology will not erase the hard feelings that have built up over the past few months, but I owe you an apology nevertheless.
Hello there and welcome to Philly Sports Spotlight. I'm Phil Anders, and that, of course, was NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman with a half-hearted apology to hockey fans following the end of the latest work stoppage. And I say half-hearted because, let's face it, that was like, hey, I'm sorry, but what? This was the third lockout under that commissioner's watch in the last 18 years, and Mr. Bettman, that is certainly unacceptable. Nonetheless, the Flyers were officially back on ice this week as they opened training camp before a packed house at the skate zone in Voorhees, New Jersey. More on that in just a moment. Going to be tough sledding, though, or in their case, skating for the Flyers over the next few months. Only 48-game schedule, meaning that getting off to a good start is imperative because every game is going to mean so much. Now, the Flyers will actually begin play this coming Saturday against the Penguins at the Wells Fargo Center, part of a 7-game stretch in 10 days. Now, the idea is for the entire league to play 18 games in their respective division. They're going to play 4 games, 2 home, 2 away against 2 teams in the division, 5 games, 3 home, 2 away against another team in the division, and then 5 games, 2 home, and 3 away against their remaining divisional opponents. Then to complete the 720-game schedule, clubs will play 3 games against each of the remaining 10 non-divisional opponents in their conference. There's a whole lot more to this equation, but hey, I certainly do not want to confuse the matter even more at the current moment. You should also know that the playoffs will actually begin April 30th, with June 28th being the latest the Stanley Cup Finals could actually end. One thing's for sure, Flyer fans more than excited to have their beloved orange and black back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back.
When baseball went on strike, it took a long time for the fans to come back. By judging by the number of fans today here, it looks like Flyer fans are ready to welcome them back with open arms, right?
Yeah, I think everyone will be come back pretty strong, and the league will be happy, and the people will be happy, and with a 50-50 split.
Question, are you surprised by the number of people here today? I mean, parking lot, I've never seen it that packed before.
I had to park across the street. First time I ever had to do that ever. I've been to training camps before, and I've never seen it this packed. And I'm happy. I'm glad that this many fans are still around because everyone, a lot of people I've talked to are upset and they're not going to come back and watch the season. And they're all liars. They're going to watch. And I like the turnout, and I think the players are going to appreciate it when they come out and see this turnout.
It's crazy. I had to stand on a table, but then we got in trouble for standing on a table, so I couldn't stand on a table anymore.
So many people, in fact, you couldn't even get inside to watch your beloved Flyers, right?
Yeah, it was crazy in there.
They're going to play 48 games. They're going to play 7 games in 10 days. You think that's a lot? When you play hockey, is that a lot on the body?
Yeah, that's real. It's, I think the players are going to be sore and tired out.
Fast-paced action for these guys. They got like 7 games in 10 days. I mean, can you think that? I mean, you're going to be able to hold up to that?
I mean, the best part about it is that every game matters so much more with this shortened season. A loss hurts so much more, and you got to win. You got to win every game that you can, and it's going to be really exciting. I'm more excited, honestly, for this golf. I think that this heavy workload he's going to get, he's going to play pretty much almost every game, I think, and I think it's going to be better for him.
By the way, if you remember, the league also played a 48-game schedule following the 94-95 lockout. And for what it's worth, this new collective bargaining agreement is for 10 years, but either side can opt out after 8. And if you're interested, the Flyers will hold an open public practice. That's tomorrow night down at the Wells Fargo Center. It's free, but I would check out the website because you have to have a ticket to get in. A free open public skate for all you Flyer fans, welcoming you back. Well, Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie said they would not make a hasty decision in trying to find a replacement for Andy Reid, and he certainly held true to form. But I give the Eagles their due diligence for trying to make the right choice. With that said, let's take a quick list at some of the coaches, the candidates that they have interviewed. The top three, of course, all coaching candidates. Chip Kelly from Oregon, Brian Kelly, Notre Dame, Bill O'Brien have all gone back to colleges, and they all got raises, I do believe. Lovie Smith from the Bears, Brian Billick, his name was tossed in recently. Gus Bradley of the Seahawks, Bruce Arians. Jay Gruden, his brother John, of course, the announcer, and a couple of Falcons assistants. And just recently, we also heard that former Arizona head coach Ken Whisenhunt was also added to the list. The thing is, the buzz of the barbershop this week was just that. The ouster of Andy Reid as Eagles head coach and the search for his replacement.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if you're a general manager, you're talking to folks a long time before this. You know what's coming up. Andy going somewhere else at the end of this year is not a surprise to anybody.
Why didn't he go? I thought he was going to Arizona. I thought he was going to San Diego.
How can Jacksonville fire coach one day and hire another one 2 days, and our process takes so long?
It doesn't seem like they're really trying hard for the John Grudens of the world instead of Jay, the Bill Cowhers of the world. I saw something on ESPN where Bill Cowher was interested in coming back to the NFL.
His name keeps coming up, but I just have a hard time that, number one, he would have interest after being off the treadmill for so long and getting back into it. And, I don't know if he's that really a big a draw from the ownership. Do they want somebody who's fresh, new ideas? I don't know.
I don't know. I just like to see Gruden as the head coach. That's all.
Jay or John?
John Gruden, the one who coached Tampa Bay.
That's the one I like. That's the one I like.
Yeah.
You like him?
Yeah.
Of course, everybody has an opinion, and for what it's worth, they could end up hiring a coach that we've never even heard of. Once again, we thank Dave's Barbershop in Ambler, PA, for letting us stop by this week. If you know a barbershop or you think you'd like to have Philly Sports Spotlight stop by with our camera, let us know. Just check out our website, WMCM TV, and drop us an email. Okay, still to come on Philly Sports Spotlight, former Eagle and Jersey Man magazine editor Ken Dunek breaks down Andy Reid's introduction to the Kansas City Press. As we head to break, there's also time for this week's trivia question. With Andy Reid now in KC, who is the longest tenured coach in the National Football League? As usual, that answer coming up later in the show.